It's time now for the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live at the showroom of Kia of LaGrange, Greg Hicks and Coach Lynn Kendall giving you the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Kia showroom here on Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, Georgia. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with Coach Lynn Kendall of Troup High Tigers. And welcome, Coach. Did you have any sleep last night?
Not a lot. Not a lot, to be honest with you. Adrenaline was going, and, I was pretty excited after the game, of course, and our team was pretty excited when we got back to the field house. And, it's one of those opportunities for us to, play for something special. And, the county championship, the first time this has ever been an opportunity for all three schools. And we were blessed to be able to come away and win that. So, that was a big boost for the team. And of course, finishing our non-region schedule with a winning record. And now we're playing, it's a new season.
So, you're right.
So it really is, with five non-region games and then five region games, we're entering a new season here.
Well, we look back over the first 5 games and you started out with LaGrange and they had already had a game under their belt and you put up some 36 points that game. Then you came back against Harris County the next week.
Northgate,
sorry, and you put up 29 points against Northgate. And you're talking about 2 quality opponents, and all of a sudden you come into Harris County and seemed like it was a shootout at there, and in a couple more minutes that game could have been a different score.
Sure.
And then you go into Carver. Let's face it, Carver. I mean, Carver's Carver. Enough said. And you guys put up 41 points, and then this week another quality opponent and a good opponent, not just quality, but a good opponent. I mean, kids like Braylon Sanders and Eddie Culpepper were fighting. And it kind of brought out I was telling Tony and Jack last night that you like competition. And I think the kids, they know each other, and they saw Culpepper really fight for every yard they could get. And you could just see Moss coming up and Mess Bonner coming up and Sheely saying, all right, well, if you guys can do it, I can do it too. So it kind of makes things for a good ball game last night.
Oh, absolutely. And with last week's game being such a high-scoring, close game, and then a lot of emotion, and then to come back with this game with a lot of emotion, it was a big challenge for the players. And I thought actually we were a little sluggish getting started, not taking anything away from Callaway, but just had a great week of practice. Mm-hmm. But if you can come up with that magic, whatever it is, to be able to figure out players, whether they're high school kids or college guys or pros, of what is the switch to make sure they are on 100% at the beginning of the game. And I don't even mean physically. I'm just talking about putting it all together. Right. You'll be a trillionaire, actually, if you can come up with that. Right. But, as the game progressed, and of course, you always got to remember, there's, if you look at it from an offense standpoint, there's another team over there trying to stop you. It's not,
That's
you're
right.
not running against air.
That's right.
You're like on a Thursday or something like that, and everything is crisp, and everybody's bouncing around. They feel good, and they're and also against a well-coached physical football team on top of that. And I thought as the game went on, and then when we went into halftime, made some slight adjustments and did an awful lot of challenging people. Mm-hmm. That to put it in just real simple terms, are you going to step up here, or are you just going to let it slide on by?
Right. Well, you mentioned a physical team. That game last night, for any of you guys were there, or if you listen to us on the radio, what a hard-hitting contest between Callaway and Troup. You guys brought it to each other, and as a fan, you really there's a lot of pads popping last night, a lot of fighting for extra yards, and a lot of interior offensive, defensive linemen really going at it, and just a lot of excitement in that ball game last night.
When you can hear pads popping and you're wearing headsets and you can still hear that, and be honest with you, You can call it old school, whatever. That's what the game was meant to be like.
That's right.
I mean, that's the type of game it is, and it doesn't matter if you're inside running team, outside running team. You like to throw the ball a lot. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's about blocking, tackling, and trying to run people over, break away from people, and it's physical, and that's the way the game's supposed to be.
Well, that's the way the game was last night. Hey, you're listening to Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Troup High School. We're here live at the Kia showroom. Thanks a lot to Chick-fil-A on the Parkway for their biscuits. All these guys have eaten up, and we've got some customers here standing in line wanting to talk to Coach. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Troup High Football on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Kia of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318 with the employee discount. You can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Shop online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Act now. Stock number B0059.
Car won't start? Or does your problem sound a little more like that? Come to Stanford Automotive to get your car in tip-top shape quick with a reliable team of automotive specialists. Stanford Automotive, 706-882-0186. 66 Youngs Mill Road in LaGrange. Stanford Automotive, 706-882-0186.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Hi, welcome to State Farm.
What's up?
Hi, I want to switch to State Farm, but my husband has a hard time letting things go. He's stuck in the 90s.
Not. Well, if you do switch to State Farm, I can save you $500.
Raise the roof.
Switch to State Farm for your auto insurance, and you could save on average $500. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Stuck on savings? Go to the Square in LaGrange or call Matt Orr, your State Farm agent.
Average household savings based on 2012 National Survey of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Smith goes under center. He's going to do the quick hitter. We bounce outside to the left. And it's going to be Bonner going into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, he tried it up the middle, didn't work, bounced it outside, and with his speed, he was able to take it around the left side around big Tristan Thompson and just slip right on in the end zone for the Tigers' first score at 5:37 in the second quarter. Callaway 13, Troup Tigers 6.
Speaking of scoring, let's turn it over to Coleman, see if we can score us a Kia.
There you go. I've got Todd here with us as we're live at the Kia showroom in LaGrange on Lafayette Parkway. And, Todd, I know y'all really enjoy seeing great football. And, of course, we've gotten to now see all three teams get to play each other in the county. And it makes a lot of fun to see all that come together.
Yeah, it looks like my old alma mater swept them up a little bit. They beat LaGrange and also beat Callaway. So I congratulate the Troup coaches. Outstanding job. Also, still Callaway, they was in there fighting. But, Troup come on top. Excellent ball game. And, it's just a tribute to the good coaches and to watch those kids out there play. And all the parents backing them. It was an awesome night for them.
Without a doubt. And I tell you what, we're getting Callaway Stadium full for three games like that during the year uses the facilities that we have here in Troup County to the fullest, and it makes it a lot of fun for the bragging rights and fun throughout the whole county. But you know what, y'all been working hard on another thing that everybody needs to know about. This opportunity is not going to be here forever, but y'all have made a big dent in selling all this over inventory, but it's still got a lot to go.
Well, guys, we actually got an extra shipment of right at 400 cars sent to us, and here at Key LaGrange, man, done an excellent job. We've done right over 100 cars here just in the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks for it, but it's 15% below dealer cost. Okay, that's what we pay for the car. You can come in and get 15% below dealer cost. If you got somebody that's a family member, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, a stepdaddy, mother, whatever, it's pretty broad there. So, hey, come out to Key LaGrange and see the great opportunity you have. Hey, give me an example. You can buy a SO that lists for like $19,900. You can buy a brand new SO for $13,900. I mean, it's just incredible discounts. Come check out all the savings.
There you go. You want to, and I tell you, I will back up the inventory problem. There's not a parking space in here other than for the service area I've kept open. Other than that, there's Kias everywhere. So come out and pick out your Kia and get you a good deal. Let's go back to the desk and catch up with Greg and Coach.
Well, Coach, did you like driving your Kia in this morning? No,
well,
putting Todd on the spot. I thought we were supposed to have Kias.
Yeah, I didn't drive a Kia in this morning, but I have driven one before, and they're great cars. And to be honest with you, that's pretty. You can't beat that deal. So,
no, I was just thinking my third cousin's brother-in-law's sister. I'm going to bring her over.
Yeah. And he said, and we'll sell her a car.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely. But definitely come on down. And Kia's done a great job of allowing us to be here, and also help sponsor our program, and they do a lot of things for the school as well, and all the schools in the community.
Well, I tell you, last night getting back, we go in at halftime, and you guys make some adjustments, and it looks like the adjustment's starting to pay off in the second half. You actually came out, and it looked like you were doing offensively to open the game up, kind of like what you were doing at the Carver, kind of managing your offensive flow, watching the time, checking your wrist for the play, looking at the play clock, and as it got down 8, 7, 6, you snap the ball, and you said that, obviously Callaway was doing some good things on the interior defensive line to kind of stop your offense, and you made some adjustment at halftime. You came back out and kind of picked up the offensive rhythm. At least we could see that from the booth, and it did tend to change the flow of the game from a positive standpoint for you guys.
Yeah, sure. Like I said earlier, we cleaned up some assignment miscues, and we didn't go in and redraw plays and all those things. We came out and did what we do, and just minor adjustments. And like I said, we issued some challenges to some players. At times step it up, and then we also changed the tempo a little bit, which with our particular style of huddle that we do, we have about 3 different tempos that we work off of. And later in the game, when we went to as the score kept going back and forth, we went to an even faster tempo, and I think that tempo in itself started having an effect on the game.
Well, it looks like you guys, if I had to pick one or two, of course it worked well at the Carver game, the slower tempo, but it seems like when you do get in that quicker paced tempo, you guys tend to flow good. It seems like if I was going to pick one, I would probably pick the faster one. But there's a point in time to do each one of them, and I've made reference several times. It's kind of like a chess game. You guys come into the game, you kind of filling each other out, seeing what each other's doing the first couple of series, and like anything else, you have to make adjustments as you go along, and
sure.
If you need to, and you just keep pounding your game plan, and eventually, and of course, that's what they make halftimes for, is a little break and to make some adjustments.
Right, and you're talking about the tempo changes and things like that. We just went against Callaway, and then we had Carver the week before. Those are also 2 very powerful offensive teams, and sometimes I don't think people understand that you can really help your defense out as well when the other team doesn't have the ball.
That's a good point.
So we, are able to do that, and I thought we did a good job, and our offensive staff did a great job of managing that. I realize some people aren't as patient as they are, and want immediate results all the time. But when you look at our offensive coordinator Jay Floyd, and then Heath Arrington, who coaches tight ends, and Daryl True is the receiver coach, and then I work with backs, and along with our quarterback and running back coach, Paul Brewer, do a great job. And you know, I don't know if you've noticed, one of the things that we've gone to, we've kind of turned the clock back a couple of decades. Instead of always having the offense come to the sideline on timeouts,
right?
Coach Brewer goes to the middle of the field, because you have one coach out there,
right?
And that has been very effective for us, just communicating, relaying things, making sure there are no cross signals, and he does a great job. And, you know, he's able to draw also. He's our head basketball coach. And, you know, that type of thing is also very much like the basketball situation. And he has such a good rapport with our quarterback, obviously, Will Smith, and then also the running backs. But just that whole approach, we started doing that. I'm trying to think if it was after the first game or the second game. I can't remember, but that's been a good move on our part to allow us to make adjustments and get all the information in, and then the important part is not that we understand it, that the players have to understand.
Well, I'm glad you said it.
Yeah,
because
I
moving
mean,
out there,
it's not what we know; it's what we can get to them that they can do. You know. And, you know, if you're a player, you've been beaten on for 2 quarters and you're tired and you're trying to get some water in you. And, you know, there's a lot going on.
A lot of distractions.
Yeah, you're not sitting in a static classroom at that time.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, once you go out on the field, bring them to the sidelines, there's a lot of sideline stuff going on. Keeping them out on the pass marks at least gives them a chance to focus on what the coach has to tell them at that point in time.
Right. And then going back, you know, I was talking about Coach Brewer. You know, he's very analytical, has a good eye for what's going on. And, you know, I think right now offensively we have a lot of tools from a coaching staff that is really coming together, and it's getting better every game. And just really happy to see that. And I appreciate all the hard work they do. And then, you know, on the defensive side, got a young defense. And some of the older guys that are on defense, they're not that experienced. So that when you think about it, they're young also. And the thing that I was so proud about them last night is they just kept fighting. And then get a turnover here, get a turnover there, you know, and you know, just, you know, keep living the fight another day type mentality. And when you do that, and you have that mentality throughout the whole game, things start happening for you.
That's right.
And it did as the game progressed.
That's right. That's last night on a Troup kicked off to Callaway, and I believe number 4, Terry Godwin, just absolutely knocked Jadarius Smith. Just a tremendous block, one of those you just live for. Well, accepting that challenge, Smith comes back on that very next series defensive, and he blitzes a couple times, makes a couple of key plays, and says, "Hey, I'm up to this challenge," and that's what you like to see. And so,
well, Jadarius, you can't hurt Jadarius Smith. I know you can, but it just really seems like you can't. I've seen him take on, you know, giving up almost 100 pounds, and
that's right.
He's got to be one of the toughest guys I've ever been around.
Pound for pound.
Pound for pound, yeah.
Well, he's and that's what I saw last night. Is it was I think I made reference to a heavyweight slugfest. It was really that way, and until really late in the third quarter, I think you guys had a 97-yard drive. Unfortunately, it didn't end as we wanted to, but you were right down there inside the 7 or 8 yard line, but still chewed up some clock. Got some time off the clock, and it just seemed like that kind of set the tone for the rest of the quarter and into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're talking about in the third quarter. You're talking about before the half.
No. Yeah, it was before the half.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, a great job driving it down there, and then we got caught. You know, time got us. Yeah. You know, if a play doesn't work out the way you need it to, and there you are short on timeouts, we've gotten in a situation where. You know, you really didn't have an opportunity to get a playoff. It was a situation you didn't have enough time to get anybody. You didn't have another down to get enough people on the field to kick a field goal, and then you also didn't have an opportunity to stop the clock and have that extra down. And you know, that was unfortunate. And you know, it's one of those things that we'll definitely go revisit and see if there's better ways that we can do that. You know, and those are the things that you know, whether you win or lose, those are those things in a game that you can go back and say, okay, what can we do to get better? And so, that's another situational thing. And we do situational plays and activities, during practice. But, just the way the guys came back out in the second half. And, it was a close game at the first half anyhow. But just once again, I know I keep saying just real proud of the effort. And if you just we're around these guys every day and you see what they do and what they how they perform at practice and the effort they put in the weight room and because we have 90-something+% of the players that lift every day. They're in weight training classes and Coach Floyd is hammering them in the weight room as it should be and and then the demands that we have on them academically. as well. It's definitely they put in a full day every day.
Well, speaking of demands, we're going to take a short break and let some of our paying customers hear their advertisements. We're going to come back to some highlights of the fourth quarter, and we'll get into our region preview. You listen to Troup High Saturday Morning Quarterback from Kia Showroom on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Kia of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318 with the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fees. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Shop online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Act now. Stock number B0059.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.malloryagency.com.
Products not available in all states.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Smith shakes it off, and he's back under center. Takes a snap, goes down the right side. He's going to keep the ball, go inside. He cuts once, cuts twice. He's finding his way. He goes, he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wonderful job by Will Smith. A fake handoff, turns it up the middle, and you talking about Eddie Culpepper twisting and fighting. So did Will Smith. Hammerhead, Will Smith takes it up the middle. Bags 4 carriers in the end zone. Great job, Will Smith. Tigers tie the ball game.
Kind of a throwback. I've always been a Dalton Hadley fan, and Will Smith showed some of that tenacity last night where he just wasn't going to be denied.
That was very Dalton Hadley.
Hadley-ish.
Very much so. We always praise Dalton for that. But, great run by Will on that play. And I don't think a lot of people realize how strong Will is. If they came to the weight room, they'd really be impressed, and just his determination on that play. But, speaking of determination, Dexter Shealy had a great night, 92 yards rushing. had 3 kickoff returns for 61 yards total, and then, of course, 2 touchdowns, caught a pass, his all-purpose yardage, well over 150, 60 yards. And then Mess Bonner, one of his running back partners, Mess had 127 yards rushing on 25 carries, and then you add some of the yardage that Will picked up, I think about 38 yards, and then Cameron Russell, once again, I talk about him every week, more and more. He is part of the flow here. He's, a kick return of 25 yards. He got a 12-yard reception. He has 5 key rushes that picks up really good big play, positive yardage, moving the chains. And, and we even got Vanquez Bonner got in and got a few carries as well. And then Jonathan Foster actually got a carry for 9 yards.
Yeah.
And I think there were a lot of people were real surprised. They thought he was going to score on that one. And but, and that just what I'm trying to say is it's not a one-man show.
That's right.
It's a team effort, and I really like when we see all these things spread out. And then on the defensive side of the ball, people that jump out real quick, Vanquez Bonner.
Had a good game last night.
He stripped the ball carrier on the kickoff return for a fumble, in which we got, which was another big turnover for us to take advantage of. Hudson Newton, big play on a sack type deal, and gets a fumble recovery on top of that. And then you got to talk about Say Sanders, because Say, we put him and say, we're going to lock you up, and you got covered Terry Godwin all night long.
He did a good job.
And I tell you, those two guys battled the entire night, whether trying to get off blocks, trying to block, trying to break up passes, just the entire night. And I'm Say just did a great job of being there. And I guess his, some of those efforts was that battle was he gets the interception on the last play of the game down there in the end zone. And, they covered on about 4 plays. They were striking distance at the end zone. There wasn't a lot of time, and I know some people are kind of happy, and they're like, there's not a whole lot of time. And I'm like, man, this stuff turns around quick.
It does.
You cannot be happy. I told them you can't relax until you get on the bus.
That's right.
That type of thing. So, great challenge that was issued to Say, and he met it. He did a great job.
He did. Total team effort last night. Speaking of not relaxing until you get on the bus, well, you've got a week off now, Coach. Well-deserved week after 5 tough games. You come out with a 3-2 record, non-region winning record. I know you got to be proud of that. And I know the players are, and they watch the film just like you guys do, and they know that, hey, here's some things that we can work on. Here's some things that we're gonna be determined to get better. Well, getting better is what we're going to try to do over the next 2 weeks, and we'll go open up a reading schedule on October the 10th on a Friday night, going away to College Park at Woodward Academy. The first time we visited Woodward Academy in a number of years. So you guys come on up 2 weeks from now to Woodward Academy up in College Park. Google it. Can't tell you exactly how to get there. It's been a long time, but kind of excited about that, Coach.
But still come on up. It's not a long drive.
Nah, 60 miles maybe.
Hop on the interstate, come on up. Be our first region game, and we need all those Troup Tiger fans there supporting us.
And we certainly appreciate it, the stands being full last night.
Absolutely.
So you guys come on up. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks here live at the Kia showroom here at Troup High Saturday Morning Quarterback with Coach Lynn Kendall.
Go Tigers.
Thanks for listening to the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday Morning Quarterback Show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com with Greg Hicks and Troup Tigers coach Lynn Kendall.